There comes a time in life when you realize you're not like the rest. You see deeper, you feel stronger, and you walk a path that few even know exists. If you've always felt a little different, more connected to higher truth, more sensitive to energy, and often misunderstood by the world, you might just be what many spiritual traditions call a chosen one. These individuals aren't above others, but they are set apart to lead, to guide, and to wake others from the slumber of ordinary thinking. But with that divine calling comes great responsibility and great caution. If you've been guided to this video, it's not by accident. You were meant to receive this message exactly at this moment. If your spirit feels that divine nudge, then type 1111 in the comments to claim your alignment, your clarity, and your next breakthrough. And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to this channel so you can continue receiving insights and messages curated just for people like you, the spiritually gifted, the awakened, and the misunderstood. Now, let's dive into the 9 things a chosen one should never do in public. Because when you walk in your truth, people may begin to idolize you instantly. 1. Never dim your light just to make others comfortable. When you enter a space, something intangible but powerful happens. The atmosphere shifts. Whether you realize it or not, your presence is like a vibration that resonates beyond words, beyond logic. People may not even understand why they're turning their heads or adjusting their energy around you, but deep down, they feel it, the light. The frequency you emit is not just brightness, it's a spiritual charge that touches something inside others, often triggering their higher self to awaken or their ego to recoil. And yet, many chosen ones, feeling this intense reaction from people, make the mistake of dulling themselves. They lower their voices, shrink their posture, and minimize their presence to avoid being too much. But the truth is, your light was never meant to be small. It wasn't meant to blend in. It was meant to disturb the slumbering, to wake them up, to challenge their limited beliefs. In public, you may notice people who either stare at you in fascination, unable to explain why they're drawn to you, or they'll avoid eye contact, unsettled by the energy you carry. Some may even mock or criticize you to cope with their discomfort. But remember this, your existence is not an apology. Don't hide the radiance that was divinely installed within you to serve a higher purpose. Walk in rooms knowing you carry light that was meant to shine. Stay humble, stay grounded, but never shrink. Your light doesn't just belong to you, it's a gift to the world. 2. Don't speak of the supernatural around the unprepared. As someone deeply connected to higher dimensions, spiritual frequencies, and divine intelligence, you've likely experienced things others would call bizarre or impossible. Maybe you've seen repeating signs in impossible sequences, received messages in dreams that later came true, or felt a sudden knowing about someone's energy before they even spoke. This is not imagination, it's your soul's alignment with the unseen realms. However, in public or around those not yet awakened, sharing these sacred insights can backfire. Many people are trapped in a purely material reality and are uncomfortable with anything they can't explain or control. If you casually mention that you've received a download or that your dream predicted an event, you might be met with laughter, skepticism, or even fear. Worse, some may become overly fascinated, placing you on a pedestal you never asked for. They might idolize you, ask for constant spiritual guidance, or assume you have all the answers. But true wisdom knows when to speak and when to stay silent. Protect your sacred knowledge. Speak only to those whose energy tells you they are ready, not just intellectually, but spiritually. You'll know them by their vibration, their curiosity, their openness. Sharing divine truths with closed minds is like planting seeds on concrete. You were given this supernatural awareness not to impress, but to awaken. So be discerning. Keep your sacred inner world safe like a temple. And remember, real power is quiet, patient, and wise. 3. Never try to impress others. You're already radiating royalty. There is a quiet authority that surrounds chosen ones. It's not flashy, loud, or attention-seeking, but it's undeniable. When you walk into a room, your energy speaks before your mouth ever opens. That's because your spirit has already done the work, gone through the fire, endured the storms, and emerged with a rare calmness that most people haven't even tasted. You don't need to explain yourself or seek approval. You don't need to talk about your accolades or flex your strengths. Your energy radiates a kind of royalty that makes others take notice, even if they don't understand why. And that's the key. Don't ever try to impress people. Don't fall into the trap of chasing validation from a world that doesn't even understand spiritual greatness. The most powerful thing you can do in public is simply be. Be still, be grounded, be observant. When you're not trying to impress, the right people will gravitate toward you. They'll feel the weight of your presence. Some will seek your advice without you ever offering it. Others will just want to be near you, to sit in your aura and figure out how you carry so much peace. That's because you vibrate at a frequency that disrupts chaos. So walk with confidence, not arrogance. Let your silence be a sermon. Let your eyes speak ancient truths. And understand that royalty never needs to beg for recognition. It's simply known. 4. Don't react emotionally in chaos. Your stillness is power. In the eye of the storm, the calm center holds everything together. That's what you are, the stillness in a world addicted to reaction. Chaos is the stage on which most people reveal their lack of inner control, but for the chosen one, chaos is an opportunity to demonstrate mastery over the self. In public, you will often find yourself in situations where emotions run high, arguments, gossip, confrontations, or even just tense energy in the air. The world watches how you respond. They may not say it, but they're looking to you for cues, for stability. They instinctively recognize something different in you. Perhaps it's your ability to stay grounded when others unravel. If you allow yourself to be pulled into emotional reactions, you risk confusing those who look to you as a pillar. But when you remain still, breathe deeply, and speak with clarity instead of rage, something incredible happens. People begin to shift around you. The situation cools, the energy recalibrates. That's because stillness is contagious and powerful. It commands more authority than yelling ever could. Your inner peace becomes a mirror that exposes others' turmoil, and in doing so, you elevate the entire moment. So remember this, true power doesn't shout, it doesn't flinch, it doesn't chase control, it simply is. Remain rooted in your truth, and your calmness will shake entire rooms without you raising your voice. 5. Never reveal all your wisdom at once. Wisdom is like fire. In the right hands and at the right time, it can warm, inspire, and illuminate. But in the wrong hands or given too soon, it can burn, overwhelm, or be misused. As a chosen one, you've been granted a depth of understanding that stretches far beyond common knowledge. You've seen patterns others don't see. You've connected dots most don't even know exist. And naturally, there's a desire to share, to help others awaken, to illuminate their path as yours was once illuminated. But wisdom must be served like medicine, in measured doses and at the right moment. If you try to pour the whole cup into someone not ready, you risk either scaring them away or being misunderstood. Worse, they might idolize you, turn your words into dogma, or see you as something you're not. In public spaces, people are often subconsciously looking for a savior or someone to project their fears and hopes onto. If you reveal too much too soon, you become that figure, not by intention, but by their unprepared perception. Instead, let your wisdom unfold like a lotus flower, slowly, gracefully, and with discernment. Speak when the energy feels right. Teach not with force, but with gentle invitation. Sometimes your silence or a single sentence will teach more than an hour-long lecture. Let your life be the lesson, your presence the message. And always remember, the most sacred truths are whispered, not shouted. 6. Don't engage in petty talk. Your silence will echo louder. In a world where everyone seems to be talking about celebrities, scandals, politics, and opinions that change with the wind, your silence becomes a statement. The chosen one doesn't need to join every conversation, especially those rooted in drama, gossip, or shallow debates. Why? Because your mind is not tuned to the noise of the world. It's attuned to the frequency of the divine. When you choose to remain quiet in the face of meaningless chatter, you create space, a mysterious silence. And people notice. They feel it. Your energy speaks louder than any opinion ever could. Some may try to provoke you, eager to see your reaction or drag you into petty conversations just to validate their own importance. But your restraint will unsettle them more than any argument. Your silence acts like a mirror. It forces people to sit with their own noise. And what's more powerful than being a mystery in a world desperate to be seen? When you speak less, people lean in closer. They begin to ask, who is that person? What do they know that I don't? Your silence becomes an invitation, not just for others to reflect, but for your own soul to listen more deeply to the subtle messages life is sending. So don't waste your breath proving points or defending your worth. Your silence, laced with intention, is your sword. Use it wisely. 7. Never neglect your appearance. You are a walking symbol. How you carry yourself is not just about fashion or grooming. It's an extension of your energy field. As a chosen one, you may not be concerned with vanity or trends, but understand this. The way you present yourself is a visual representation of how you honor your own divine essence. When you walk into a space with posture that speaks confidence, with clothes that reflect mindfulness, and with movements that exude grace, people take notice. Not because you're showing off, but because your appearance is aligned with your inner power. You become a walking symbol of spiritual elegance. Dressing with intention doesn't mean wearing expensive brands or flashy colors. It means choosing attire that reflects clarity, self-respect, and presence. It's about being clean, composed, and centered. Even your smallest choices, your walk, your gaze, your stillness, communicate something sacred. People may not be able to articulate it, but they feel it. There's something different about you. Some will admire you. Others may project jealousy. A few might even try to imitate you, but none of that matters. What matters is that you honor your vessel, your temple, your representation of the divine. In public spaces, your appearance isn't about ego, it's about energy. And when your outer world mirrors your inner clarity, you become a symbol of what's possible for others. So wear your presence like a crown, not to boast, but to inspire. 8. Don't try to fit in. You were born to stand out. The desire to fit in is deeply human. It's a survival mechanism wired into our biology. The tribe meant safety, belonging, and acceptance. But as a chosen one, your soul wasn't sent here just to survive. It came to transform, to disrupt, to awaken. That means you were never meant to blend in with the crowd. You're not like everyone else, and that's exactly the point. Your ideas, your energy, your vision, it all carries a frequency that challenges the norms and breaks illusions. Whether you're in a boardroom, a classroom, a family reunion, or a bustling city street, your uniqueness follows you like a radiant aura. You don't need to explain it. It just is. But society, out of fear or ignorance, may try to label you too intense, too quiet, too sensitive, too different. Ignore all of that. Those words are not reflections of who you are, they're reflections of who they're not yet ready to be. When you show up as your authentic self, fully, unapologetically, something mystical happens. People start paying attention. They may call you a guide, a healer, a visionary, or simply someone they can't stop thinking about. Don't be shocked when strangers open up to you, when children stare at you in wonder, or when people feel healed just by being near you. That's your light doing what it was designed to do. Stand out and activate others. But remember, standing out doesn't mean performing. It means embodying your truth. So don't shrink. Don't alter your walk, your words, or your essence to gain approval. Because you weren't born to fit into their mold. You were born to break it. The world doesn't need more copies. It needs originals. It needs you. 9. Never underestimate the power of eye contact. The eyes of a chosen one carry light, pain, wisdom, and eternity. When you look someone in the eyes, especially in public, they may feel exposed, seen, even transformed. Many will look away. A few will start opening up to you instantly. And some may feel they've met someone not from this world. Guard your gaze. Use it wisely. Your eyes are mirrors of the divine. You were born with a mission, not to be worshipped, but to awaken, not to be above, but to elevate. And when you live in truth, people will notice. They may not understand what makes you different, but they will feel it, and many will treat you like something sacred. This is the Alchemy of Awareness channel. If this message spoke to you at exactly the right time, then don't forget. Type 1111 in the comments to align yourself with divine timing and blessings. That number is not just a coincidence, it's a spiritual confirmation. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a message made for the awakened ones. Remember, you're not alone on this path. You're chosen. Stay aware, stay aligned, stay luminous. Thank you for watching.